sky was burning. The clouds red with twisted fire. Lightning moving across them. And they descended upon everything. Like a furious battle between God and Satan, good and evil. Like a fire vortex.
Hello and welcome everybody to more SGL action. We are in week 7 of our eighth season, of SGL. My name is Luis from El Matador, one of tonight's teams, joined by, as always, the lovely Palace, David from Los Verdes. How you doing, bro?
Hello and welcome everybody to Season 8, week number 6
Okay,
of
buddy.
SGL Season 8. My name is Luis, aka Luis Suarez Dollar, and we are joined by the lovely, the beautiful, the evergreen Palace 512. Palace, how you doing? I'm doing pretty great, bro. How you doing, Luis?
Everybody, welcome to the Waffle Fest. It's already started. The absolute serious stream of SGL is absolutely here. So, I'm doing good, man. I'm excited. This will be. It feels weird being in the booth with you while my team is playing.
Yeah, bro. This is your team, bro. Hype your boys up. Tell us all about them. Introduce them for us.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and just kind of get started with, I guess, tonight's game. Yeah, so El Matador, obviously my team is playing versus EC Blue. El Matador will be fielding, I think for the first time, a team in SGL in like 5 seasons that does not feature either Caesar, the Couve, or me. So it's gonna be interesting to be in the commentary booth. So I'm really excited to be here. And yeah, it should be a really good game.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see this. I don't think you guys understand like the level of change that is occurring right now. This is unprecedented in the modern era of SGL. A team without, the big guns for FC Dallas. I mean, that's not that unusual, but um also a team without Couve as well. Those three, it's like you've said, Luis, y'all have been in the roster. There's always at least one, most of the time, at least two of you guys for the past 4 seasons or so. And so it's incredibly exciting to get to see some new blood in the squad for you guys. And I'm incredibly excited. But we can't forget about the other team on the other side of this who I wonder how they're feeling right now because they don't really know what to expect from El Matador. This is a new team. EC Blue looking to take their chance. And yeah, this is going to be very, very interesting for us. But Luis, once again, this is your team. I want you to introduce them to us. Tell us a little bit about them.
Yeah, so tonight you're gonna be seeing some brand new players. All of them actually got a little bit of game time last week, except for Goma Cat. He'll be a new entry into SGL in this game. And then I also do want to highlight, if we can go ahead and move on over to the standings, that would be great if you could do that. Maz, thank you so much, man. I do want to highlight EC Blue, man. Last week they had a big win against their other Seattle brethren in Emerald City Defiance. So they're coming off of the back of a win, which for them was really big. I mean, as you can see here, that puts them within touching distance of a playoff spot. And then for El Matador side, if EM wins this game and they win out, they control their own destiny in terms of that number 1 seed going into playoff. So again, very important game for not just EM. It's also a very important game for Emerald City Blue if they want to catch up into the playoff race.
Yeah, a lot of implications on the line tonight. And this is going to be a fun week. I remember on Monday, if you guys were here, Luis saying, yeah, you know what, there's a little bit of an off week for SGL, but hold up a minute because things have gotten very, very interesting. If we could pull up the results from this week so far, if we have those, because a lot has happened. I say a lot. There's been 2 games that have happened. The Rebellion, as we saw on Monday night, putting on a great performance against EC Defiance. But let's talk about EC Defiance getting a point from that team because that is massive. And then the KC Cauldron is back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the team that we were expecting to, I don't necessarily want to say run the table, but they are playing like they are the defending champions again. And that's thanks to a great performance and the welcome return of Cheeky Prophet, a huge difference maker for that team. So if you have KC Cauldron left on the schedule, you better watch out because they are back.
Yeah, and one of the things that we talked about in previous broadcasts is obviously the defending champions not having the best start to their SGL season. But yeah, they brought in probably their best player, as David said, and they got a convincing win against Los Verdes. Yeah, so that's going to be a team that's going to kind of push their way into the playoffs almost certainly. And so if you are one of those border teams in the standings there on the playoffs, you have to be wary because Casey Cauldron are going to come back with the form that we've been seeing over the past few seasons, that we know that they can play. So, and then later on in the week, guys, we do have Black Army versus ECRC. I do want to highlight that. That is two teams that have one loss, two of the contending teams in SGL. So that's going to be a very, very important game to watch out for later in the week.
And then Steel Army versus Timbers Army. We dubbed it the Battle of the Boring because this is two accountants, but this game will be anything but because these dudes are going to put up high numbers, and thankfully for them, they're the only ones who know how to count them. But this is a game with playoff implications. Timbers Army is the number 6 team right now. They are sitting in that final playoff spot, but Steel Army can inch within 1 point with a win. You know what? They might even be able to make their way into the playoff table. I'll be honest, I don't even know how many points Steel Army has, but they will either inch their way in with a win or they will inch their way very, very close to the line. So that is a game with massive, massive implications going into the final 4 weeks of the season.
And with that being said, I think we are potentially about to start here. Both teams are in the lobby, and oh my god, we're starting on time. It's not even 11 p.m. yet, Eastern Standard Time on my computer, and we have both teams ready in the lobby. So
I've never
I'm ready.
seen it before.
Yeah, I'm ready to go, and so are both teams, David. Here we go. El Matador, a completely new look El Matador versus an EC Blue team.
Please
coming
don't
off
tell
the
me
back
they're
of the
going to
win.
false start.
We might have a false start here. Are we false starting?
We get out.
Well, to be fair,
No, we false started.
To be fair, it wouldn't be an FGL game without a false start, okay?
That's what you get for saying that BS, Luis. You were like, "Oh, we're starting on time. Oh my god, what a coincidence!" No, it's a false start. So thank you for cursing us, Luis. I'm going to put a curse on you later tonight when I play with you in ranked. So.
Is this true, bro? Is that going to happen?
Yes. But
before we start, Dave, I do want to highlight everybody. Oh, let's see. We need to get these guys to back out. I do want to highlight everybody in chat. Thank you for being here, guys. Again, it's a late night on the East Coast, but I do appreciate everybody in chat. We have so many unique people in chat. Caesar Arglis, Nessa, Rydog, Koo, Short, Sean. I think I saw Toad Death in there. Overtime Saint. I appreciate all y'all being here.
Yeah, shout out to all of you guys, and shout out to everybody who isn't in the worst time zone in the country. That is the Eastern time zone. If you're in a time zone where it's actually a reasonable time right now, shout out to you guys. Big ups. If we got any Mountain time zone enjoyers in this chat right now, let us know. Mountain time zone, best time zone. So if you're there, yeah, huge shout out to you. There's not many of us. There's not many of us Mountain Warriors out there. So. Yeah, but regardless, once we, get everybody backed out, and I believe, let's see, the lobby's back up, potentially.
I do want to, just before we, Maz, you need to tell everybody to get out of the lobby, because there are still people in the lobby.
Yeah, there's still people, it's counting down, still.
Yeah. Everyone leave. If you are listening to the stream and you are playing in this game, please leave your lobby. But yeah, what's up, Mexican? Azrael?
Crazy out of context.
Mexican... Bro, how's that crazy out of context? Here we go. The Waffle House has started, guys. I do apologize. The absolute Waffle House.
For everybody, I'm Mexican, so I'm not just.
Yo, what's up? Your daddy is here. Kiwi the GOAT. Kiwi, one of the players. That's gonna be a highlight player for El Matador tonight to be looking out for. I appreciate y'all being here. Caesar, the worst player in FGL, is also in chat. Really appreciate him as well being here. Appreciate y'all, you know, having some SGL technical difficulties. Appreciate y'all being here.
Everybody still has not left the lobby.
Here, let me. I'm gonna go do some team captain stuff. Be right back.
And in the meantime, I mentioned to you guys on Monday that I write poetry, and Rydog is actually he's deafened. Oh, let's go. And Rydog is here with me. So Rydog, how you doing?
I'm great. I saw Luis left. Do you need me?
Yeah, so basically what we're going to do while he's gone is I'm going to recite some of my poetry. No, I'm kidding. No, I want to get your predictions, Rydog. How do you think this game is going to go? Because this is a completely different El Matador than what we're used to.
I think it'll be a good
I think we're
game.
just about
I'm excited
ready.
because I know
we've
we
got
hyped
all
up
the
a lot
technical
of
difficulties sorted.
Christmas, who's a fan favorite in the chat.
Wait, sorry, can you say that again? Luis was waffling. What, while you were talking? Hello?
Rydog, you're muted, by the way. If you are.
Yeah, Rydog, you are.
While we wait, chat, any predictions for the series? Drop them in chat.
See, that's what I
we're
was asking
feeling.
Rydog, and then he went and his microphone just broke. Because I can see his name flashing green, but Alright, hello, Rydog, are you there?
Damn. R.I.P.
Yeah,
Rydog.
R.I.P. I guess we'll never get to know his predictions. Unfortunate. Let's see, we're gonna try one more time.
I think everybody's in the lobby except, guys, chat. You know who's not in the lobby, chat? David. David is not in the lobby.
Who is
He
David,
the
bro?
You, bro. You are not in the lobby.
My name is Palace, bro. We on the stream, bro. I'm professional out here.
And speaking of professional guys, both teams are in the lobby. Here we go. No false starts. This is it, baby. This is the real deal.
And
EM
neither
versus
commentator
EC Blue.
has loaded into the lobby on a team. We are fully up and operational here in SGL. And you know who else is operational? Huskies right off the bat, picking up right where he left off.
Yeah, and again, this is going to be a very interesting game from EM side. All these players playing for the first time in their first, team together. So, looking for that chemistry is going to be something that it's going to be really interesting as we see a pre-jump from Kiwi. Huey almost connecting there, and so far a pretty decent start for EM.
I would have cried if that went in. No, I wouldn't have. But you know what I would have done is I would have said, "Wow, that's a great pre-jump."
I will say as we see Kiwi first goal of the series, and I believe the first I forgot if he scored last week, but again Kiwi on the board. EM up 1-0. I was going to highlight some players from EC Blue. I think Christmas has been one of the players that's kind of gone under the radar this season. He's been tremendous for EC Blue, so I'm looking for him on the EC Blue side to have a good series.
Yeah, if you guys remember, he popped off against Los Verdes in that memorable series where they pulled off the reverse sweep. A lot of that was due to Christmas. And this man right here, Husky, who is never short of shots on net. And speaking of shots on net, Funksider getting us on the board for EC Blue with a nice little touch over this defender. Patience pays off. He makes two of them dive in. That is nice.
Yeah, the first touch from Funk, just to put it around the first defender, was the key to that goal. And a great goal for EC Blue, a great bounce-back goal for them after conceding a pretty soft goal from their standard. So 1-1, barely a minute in.
And another soft goal going in for EM. Again, everybody's just missing right now. That is a tough one from Funksider where you are, going backwards. You got to fight your momentum to try and get that ball. And unfortunately for him, it takes the wrong bounce and his teammate couldn't get to it. 2-1 in favor of El Matador.
Yeah, so far, Palace, these first three goals have been pretty soft from both teams. I think both teams would expect a little bit better out of themselves. And yeah, it's just going to come down to just some defensive cleanup from both teams, and so far EM is just continuing to roll here. And Kiwi's on the board again. 2 goals for Kiwi. The offensive pressure from EM was just relentless there, and it pays off with the 3rd goal for the Dallas boys.
Neither of them had a shred of boost. Kiwi just flipped first.
Yeah, and I think so far, I think there have been nerves from both teams. And some of these goals are, again, not to the standard that we've been accustomed to seeing. But I'm really interested to see these EM players, if they can kind of get going, get some confidence going. They have been playing, they have been scrimming, and so if they're already scoring 3 goals in 2 minutes, I'm really eager to see how they do with even just a little bit more time played together.
And Kiwi coming to the rescue right there. Somebody who took the ball just a second ago, and who I'm very, very eager to see more of, as I've played with him a couple times in the last couple days, is Ponzi, aka Al Capone, and he is a player with a lot of skill. And it's very, very good to see him when he starts to dribble and you give him space. He's someone that can be very dangerous. And hold up a minute, Kiwi just putting it high and where they're not expecting it. Sometimes if you hit a shot soft enough, it works. And that's one of those situations, because Funk hesitated, and him being right there made Huskies hesitate as well. And at that point, you just got to go. At least send one. Somebody's got to go right there.
Yeah, I think that's like the 2nd goal in a row for Kiwi with like very little boost. Just excellent placement, and so far Kiwi's feeling it. He's got a hat trick so far, and we've barely played half of the game.
He's got a hat trick. He's jumping for everything. He wants it, and it's clear by the way he's playing.
Yeah, and then for EM, I think EC Blue, they had a really good start following the 1st goal for EM, but I think things have settled down for EM. It looks a lot more confident from the FC Dallas boys, and if you're EC Blue, maybe some more physical play coming out to kind of put the EM guys off of their pace might be in the works for them. But yeah, I think EC Blue just need to kind of find their rhythm again, because they seem to be kind of all over the place.
I was going to say, what those Seattle teams are known for, or at the very least the top one, and I'm sure this has rubbed off on EC Blue play, is definitely that physical play. They are very, very well known for that. And so I'd be shocked if we don't see, at least an attempt at that. But hold up a minute. 2 go for EM. And Huey with the stretch save just to keep it out. But here comes Huskies. Back into the middle. Funksider over Kiwi. But Ponzi able to get it out. And now he's got time on the ball.
Yeah, we saw a couple of double commits from El Matador there. Fortunate for them, they weren't punished. And yeah, that's going to be one thing. Obviously, brand new team, bunch of double commits is just going to be par for the course. But if you're EC Blue and you see those double commits, you're really going to want to take advantage of those.
Huey right there, just barely beating out. I think that was Huskies. Yes, Huskies hits it under. I'll be honest, I didn't think that was going in. I thought that was bouncing out. But hey, it goes in, it goes in. That is beautiful placement from Huey.
Yeah, there's been 2 really gorgeous upper 90 shots from EM so far in this game, and Huey, I believe, finding his 1st goal of the series, and a beauty at that. And again, Huey very close to snatching his 2nd goal of the game. Yeah, EM look a lot better here than we saw at the beginning of the game. And if you're EC Blue, I wonder if you just take these next 30 seconds, kind of talk to your team and see what strategies they can fix for the next match.
I would say Christmas with time on the ball, but unfortunately it doesn't amount to anything. But here comes Christmas yet again, but Huey taking advantage of the double commit right there. And at this point, you just got to go if you're EC Blue. I mean, there's not really much you're getting out of it anyways, but still, it's at least nice to have one. But EM just not letting up. They are not willing to give anything up at this point.
Yeah, 6-1, 15 seconds left. That last goal, kind of unfortunate, just a bit of a whiff on the back end there for EC Blue. I've been thoroughly impressed with what we've seen from EM so far, and I think also for EC Blue, Palace, I don't know if you agree with me, but we've seen them play a lot better than this. This isn't
Absolutely.
this isn't all EM here, although they are playing great. I expect a lot better EC Blue in Game 2.
Absolutely. And something that this team does is they do often take that time to talk in that last 30 seconds. And so I wouldn't be shocked if they have just been going on and on about, what they could do better. And I do expect to see them improve because that's exactly what happened against Los I keep bringing up that series, but like that's because I personally experienced it. I personally experienced the bounce back. So they've got that bounce back potential.
Yeah, and again, Christmas is a player that I highlighted at the beginning of the match. I thought he was, or has been, sorry, one of the best players for EC Blue this season. But speaking of game one, I think Kiwi was the obvious highlight player. He had a hat trick on 3 shots, very efficient game from him, and I think we are going to see a substitution.
We are
this
It'll
game.
be Goma Cat for Al Capone.
Al Capone he's taking a back seat, man. He's sending in an informant for this next game. So a bit of a different team for EM next match, and let's see how that affects the momentum that they so clearly acquired in game 1.
Al Capone, not the only FC Dallas player to take a back seat. If y'all are catching my drift, Luis Suarez Dollar is also known to do that.
Bro, he's waffling, chat. Don't listen to him. He's just waffling.
No. He's known to let the younger guys play. Shemai up the better. Pervert.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, my fault, bro, my fault. As we start game 2 here, Overtime Saints, or Go Macat in the Discord for those who know, is in for EM, and so I'm interested to see how he plays. See how he can adapt to his teammates, and just see how the whole team reacts to having a substitution after a very dominant win.
Yeah, and I wonder, how does EC Blue take this new opponent on the field? They may not really know much about who is on the field right now. So I wonder if they try to test them very, very early on, because again, this team does know how to bounce back. They've got that bounce back potential. Someone else who knows how to bounce it back is Luis.
Yeah, what do you mean by that, bro?
You twerk. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, dude, there's kids in the stream, bro. You can't be saying these little things.
Now these kids know that you twerk.
Okay, buddy. Anyways, Chad, back to the Rocket League. So far, a pretty slow start from EM. I think it's very obvious so far in this first minute that they're trying to adapt to the new lineup here. But yeah, so far I think they're handling relatively decently. I think Huey, by the way, is growing in confidence. I think every game I've seen of him, he's been playing better and better. And if you're EC Blue, you also love this start. This is way, way better than they showed in that game 1. So far, yeah, pretty good second game.
And EC Blue coming out with the demos as well. Like I do like to see more of that from them. Here comes Kiwi though. Gets it past one, gets it past them all, and Kiwi with a beautifully placed shot over the final defender slots it into that bottom right corner. It is 1-0 once again in favor of El Matador.
Man, Kiwi's been cooking. I'm actually very impressed with his SGL debut here. I mean, this is really, really exceptional play. Took it around 2 people and scored on a solo play, and here comes Kiwi again. And yeah, if you're EM, you really got to like what you're seeing so far out of Kiwi.
Yeah. That ball went streaking across the back of the defender, and Luis knows the thing.
Okay, buddy.
Speaking of, here comes Mr. Funk, coming in with a beautiful, I love how he timed this as well. He knew that Overtime Saint, aka Goma, was not going, and so he just instantly goes up. That is exquisite. That is no hesitation Rocket League from him.
Yeah, great play from him there. You saw a little bit of hesitation out of Overtime Saint in the net, and EC Blue took full advantage of that. And again, EC Blue find themselves bouncing back from a early deficit. It's just going to be a matter of them finding more offensive plays than they did in game 1. And so far, I think they've done a lot better in that direction.
So the composure right there from Funk, knowing that nobody is coming in, to just let Huskies take that, and let that be a lesson to all you Plats out there. You know who I'm talking to? I'm talking to Caesar.
Yeah, the Caesar.
Caesar is, if you guys don't know, Caesar is the worst player in SGL by statistics. And that is one thing for EM that, you know, they are very, very well known for. It is that composure. But EC Blue's showing it as well right there, you know? Sometimes you just gotta sometimes you just gotta let your teammate take it. But here comes Kiwi with the shot. Christmas, low boost, able to get that save. Huey not able to connect. And now it will come to overtime Saint, who gets it past a backflipping Huskies. But now Christmas has got time but can't quite make that connection to start the solo play.
Yeah, and speaking of solo plays, Kiwi sets up his teammate there. Unfortunate to hit a crossbar shot. But yeah, Kiwi, at least on the EM side, looking to initiate the offense. And so far, EC Blue is playing tremendous defense and keeping EM at bay.
I'll be honest, I thought Gomo was trying to set up a double. He just didn't have any boost. But Huskies back into the middle for Christmas. Christmas goes quickly, but Kiwi up to the danger because he knows that Huskies is lurking right there. And he loves those little deflection shots.
Yeah, man, if I'm EC Blue here, I'm looking for Christmas to have more solo plays here. Just kind of get on the ball. It seems like the dumping it in the offensive zone just really isn't working. See if we can keep that ball close. Maybe some more dribbles, some more solo plays. I think that's kind of what I would recommend for EC Blue here. And yeah, we've got 50 seconds left, and really, truly, this is anybody's game.
Bunk connecting on one bump, but unfortunately the ball did not roll in time for him to be able to make a play on it. But I like what I'm seeing from EC Blue. Once again, it's just like you said, those infield passing plays right there. Here comes Huskies with a shot. Kiwi is not going to be able to get up for it, and that is 2-1.
Yeah, 2-1. Again, Huskies, a massive shot over Kiwi. Unfortunately, he had full boost there and just couldn't get to the ball in time. And EC Blue are well on their way to winning this game too.
EC Blue had a lot of pressure right there, and ironically enough, the second the pressure gets relieved, that's when the goal comes. Huey not able to connect on the air roll shot right there, and Funk, I thought Funk was going to come collected, but overtime Saint comes streaking in, and now EM back on the attack with 15 seconds left to go.
Yeah, it needs to be now or never if you're El Matador. 10 seconds left. EC Blue, tremendous defense so far in this game, and the ball is in the opposite end of the field, which is really good for the Seattle boys, and that should do it. Christmas on the board gets his first goal of the game, and what's going to be the deciding goal in game number 2.
The disruption from Huskies right there being the deciding factor, able to get that bump onto Kiwi from the back. Luis also knows a thing or two about bump.
Okay, buddy.
Getting bumped from the back.
Yo, type 1 in chat if you think David needs to shut up, chat. Type 1 in chat. And we'll get him out of here. We'll send him. We'll send him.
Speaking of things that are won, this series is tied at 1. Luis, much better performance from EC Blue. That is the bounce back potential that we were talking about from them in that second game. You know, just overall, everything from them was better.
Yeah, I think defensively, that was like the big thing for them. I think in game number 1, they were kind of just outpaced. But game 2, they decided to bunker down defense. And it really worked. They had some really good counterattack plays that resulted, like in the third decisive goal at the very end. And just overall, way better performance from EC Blue. And if you're EM, I'm curious to see what the lineups are going to be for the next match. See what they do to bounce back from, a subpar performance from what we saw in game 1.
For sure. El Matador, how will you respond? It looks like we are going to have another substitution for EM, but I'm not going to tell you guys who it is until we get into the lobby. We are going to keep this one a secret. And, Luis, how do you feel about EM's chances now that Mystery Player is back in the lobby?
Yeah, it all depends on what they do for a lineup. They have free reign over lineups tonight, so whatever going forward, the lineups are all going to be in their hands. So depending on who joins the match, I'll give you a better feeling of how I feel EM will do in this game. But again, I think for EC Blue side, like just play like you did last game, hunker down on defense, play those counterattacks, and I think that's going to suit them in game 3. Again, it's going to be interesting to see who joins them on the opposite side, but I really enjoyed the way that EC Blue played that game too.
I agree. And one thing, I think the main thing for EC Blue in my eyes is just be confident. You know, have fun, be confident, because that's how they played in game 2. They played very, very confidently. They weren't hesitating on, frankly, weak shots like they were in game 1 that cost them a bunch, and it even cost them a few offensive opportunities in that first game. So just believe in yourself, just like you did in that last game, because we are going to have somehow. I believe the players are okay. There we go. Now we're loading into the lobby, and it will be Al Capone back into the game for Mr. Gomacat, aka Overtime Saint. But here we go, game 3. I wonder how that changed in the lineup because Ponzi is a very good player. That has to be said. And so his presence on the field, I wonder what that does to, or if it does anything to EC Blue's psyche. Here we have a pinch pass into the middle. Kiwi able to get a connection on it, but Huskies there for the save. And Christmas immediately goes up for the solo play. That's that confidence I'm talking about.
Yeah, and Christmas going for a flip reset. As somebody who loves flip resetting, I love to see that. And that just shows confidence, right? Confidence from him. And then, yeah, I guess on the EM side, they're back to that game 1 lineup. Let's see how that plays in their favor, or if it doesn't. And Huskies on the board, 1-0, a very good pass middle. I think, yeah, Christmas. An amazing pass middle. I thought he might have got a double tap there, which would have been a highlight clip for him. But again, EC Blue carrying the momentum from game number 2, and they have an early lead.
Absolutely, and a great job to lurk there from Huskies. I love that little misdirection play, that, you know, pass off of the backboard, because you think that they're just going to shoot just like that. And Huskies gets his second within a matter of seconds.
Yeah, a little bit of mix-up on the EM rotation there, and Husky says, I'll take that every day of the week. Bar down from midfield. Huskies with his, I believe his second goal from around that midfield spot. He's had a really, really good, strong, powerful shot, and there you go, 2-0. EC Blue, they've got to be feeling really, really confident.
Here comes Kiwi, though. Kiwi able to let it bounce, but it goes in and out. Unfortunate for him. Able to get it away from Christmas, though, who wants to hit it back into the middle for Funk, and Kiwi will get that job done for him. But Funk got to stretch a little bit for it. Now, Kiwi coming out with the demo on Christmas, and that will kickstart the Seattle attack. Funny enough, and Funksider coming in with the third goal. And EC Blue right now just look unstoppable. They don't even care that they've had a man demoed. They just go in.
Yeah, and I just think it starts from the back for EC Blue. Pause. They've been really good so far in transitioning from defense into making really good offensive motions, and EM's rotations just aren't there. They're getting caught out on their rotations, and EC Blue says thank you very much. We've been here playing SGL for a while. We'll take advantage of that, and so all of the confidence, all of the momentum is on the Seattle boys' side, and it's showing.
Absolutely. Christmas being the only one up in the lobby for that ball, I think shows a lot of it, because a lot of times EM, they aren't right now, but a lot of times EM in this game has been low boost, and EC Blue just dominating everything. They're dominating the boost, they're dominating the possession, and they're dominating the chances.
Yeah, and honestly, I think EC Blue is kind of getting in their groove here. They're really showing why experience matters in SGL. SGL is a league where ranks don't really matter for the most part. Experience does, and so far the experience for EC Blue is paying off.
If experience matters, then I should be champion every single year.
Wait, aren't you champion right now? I'm kidding.
Hey, Luis knows a little bit about experiences, because he... Never mind. Yeah, that one was a little bit of a stretch. My fault, you guys. But speaking of stretch, Huskies stretching for the ball right there, and Kiwi will have to stretch to save that one. But Christmas wants a second touch on it, gets it over, but unfortunately gets it over his teammate as well. Now Ponzi bringing that ball into the middle for Huey, but Huskies once again just there to cut the pass out. They are nipping everything in the bud. El Matador can't even start, and Christmas is there to take that one in for the fourth.
Yeah, Christmas again, just in the right place at the right time. Really taking advantage of the mistakes that are happening on the back line for El Matador. And it's 4-0, and honestly, it could be more. They've been playing really, really well in this game 3. And if you're El Matador, you have to worry here. You've had a really, really rough games 2 and 3 after a pretty convincing game 1, and so you got to wonder what's kind of going through the heads of those players after starting the series off so well.
It can be very easy to be shaken in a moment like this. Huskies with a little bit of a nervy moment right there, but unfortunately for El Matador, it doesn't amount to anything as Husky is able to clear that to the sidewall to Funk, who will leave it for Christmas, who does miss. Huey, does he have a shot? It's not strong enough, and Huskies will easily deal with that despite being on low boost.
Yeah, a couple kind of just missed shots from EM here, and honestly just good defending in general from EC Blue. And as we see, another double commit for EM. Is it going to be punished? And it is. Huskies, that's his hat trick. That's him on 700 points, and we still have a minute 20 to go. Again, tremendous placement by Huskies. 2 EM defenders go, and yeah, it's 5-0 to EC Blue.
And Christmas with the all-important bump in the corner to keep Huey away from the play, force him to use all his boost and not be able to be back in time in order to clear it. So yeah, huge shout out to Christmas because I love bumping. I do love me a good bump play. Unless it's against me, then y'all can hold up a minute. Ponesy though, shout out to Ponesy because what a shot this is. That I wish this goal were a little bit more important because that is an upper 90 clanger.
Yeah, and I want to speak a little bit about EC Blue here. If they do end up winning this series, this is a massive confidence boost for them, pushing for that playoff spot. This could really be the turning point in their season. And so as we see Pones again getting on the scoreboard, he's been the only bright spot so far for EM in this game. But again, EC Blue really making a statement here, putting up this tremendous performance as they look to kind of take the series here in game number 4.
I wonder if we're starting to see a little bit of a turn in the tide. You know, even though this game might still be out of reach yet if they can't get one soon, but Ponesy taking advantage of 2 of the H words that we were talking about. Oh my god, pinch save. Yo. Alright, never mind. I was about to say maybe there's a confidence boost, maybe there's a turn in momentum because EC Blue were starting to hesitate, and then they do that.
Yeah, and we're seeing double commits all over the shop for the FC Dallas boys. That'll be something that they look to rectify if they want any chance of coming back in this series and taking it to a game 5 and game number 4. So 15 seconds left. This game's been pretty much done for 3 or 4 minutes. We're just kind of waiting for this game 4 to start. But again, EC Blue, this is the best that I've seen them play, maybe ever in SGO. This is just tremendous for them. I can't really speak any more highly of how they're playing. And again, a well-deserved game 3 win for Emerald City Blue.
Agreed. Well played. And the MVP of this one, obviously, you know him, you love him. Unless you're me, I don't love him because he keeps beating my team. His name is Huskies. 745 points. 3,225 on the stat sheet. I mean, that is just... It's hard to lose when you got a player putting up numbers like that.
Yeah, Huskies almost puts up the same amount of points that the whole Matador squad did. Not quite, but when you have one player that's putting up similar points to an entire team, you're probably going to win that Rocket League series. So again, Huskies, the MVP of game number 3. You know, we speak of Christmas kind of being that star player for them, but Huskies, honestly, is just right there with him. He's been tremendous so far, especially over these past 2 weeks. In which they won last week, and they're well on their way to winning another series. So again, shout out Huskies. He was tremendous in this game.
Absolutely, and we cannot forget Funk as well, because Funk was doing his part. You know, he's scoring, he's still assisting. 100% shot conversion rate. We love to see it. We absolutely love to see that. And now, as we roll in for game 4, I wonder what is going through the heads of Al Matador. Will they rise to the occasion, or will they buckle under the pressure? 5 minutes to save this series.
Yeah, and if you're EM, I think you just need to take the ball under control, maybe some 50s, maybe some more slow plays, some solo plays, and just kind of work on the rotations. The rotations have really been killing them. And EC Blue is just taking full advantage of a team who you can very clearly see has not played together for that long.
Speaking of slow plays, you guys saw how many times EC Blue just let that ball bounce in front of their net? Ponesy might get the first right here, and he does with a beautiful flick over the final defender. Just gets it past Funk. That is speed right there.
Yeah, super unfortunate play if you're Funk there. But again, Ponzi, kind of the standout man since game one for EM, creating the offense and finds himself putting his team ahead. And yeah, if you're EM, you got to kind of use the confidence of taking a first goal in a game as important as this. And yeah, really curious to see if they can use that as a catalyst to try to force a game number 5.
4 minutes and 11 seconds to decide what is going to happen in this series, potentially more. But right now, Huey able to get back for it. Hold up a minute. That's an errant touch from him, and it falls right to you-know-who from you-know-where. Huskies from the middle. Does not fail.
Yeah, just an unfortunate touch from Huey. Huskies, again, just in the right place at the right time, always putting pressure on EM, making sure that if there is an error, he's there to take full advantage of it, and that's what happened there. Again, Huskies, the catalyst for his team, and so far, EC Blue bounced back tremendously from that early goal.
Ponzi keeping the ball in the attacking half for EM right there with a double challenge. Now here comes Huskies, able to just get the ball. Slight reprieve, but once again, Ponzi. Does he have the second touch off the wall? Goes just a little bit too far for his liking, but Kiwi gets it over. One in the corner, gets it over Huskies, and Ponzi can't quite find the angle to convert that shot. But the idea is, once again, and the offense is flowing from Matador, which is a good sign.
Yeah, some good offensive pressure, but really no threatening shots out of all of that. And if you're EM, you do want to see some threatening shots out of, some good offensive possession. As we see Huey here, an air dribble. Very, very good play from him there. That's probably some of the better offensive play that we've seen from Huey so far. But again, the counters for EC Blue, I mean, they've been tremendous. Absorbing the pressure and then using it to their advantage on these really, really nice counters. And so that's one thing EM's going to have to watch out for, those counterattacks. And again, Huskies and Christmas have been tremendous capitalizing on those.
Another thing for EM that they're going to have to do is they're going to have to communicate. You know, we've seen a couple lapses, like right there when Ponzi spawned and his teammate immediately bumps him. We know where we spawn now, so that can be, fixed through communication. Huey, honestly, he respected it from Huskies, and as any other sensible player would, but Huskies fakes him out right there. Huey comes back, but is immediately challenged by Christmas, who gets demoed for his troubles.
Yeah, one thing tactically to see, you see a lot of EC Blue sitting in their net, and just EM is just giving them the ball, and that's really tremendous play from EC Blue. Just to kind of recognize that, hey, if the other team is just going to hit the ball into our defensive third, let's just wait for it. And that's been a really standout kind of tactical thing that's going on in the series so far. And yeah, Huskies and Christmas and Funk are taking full advantage.
Ponzi, oh, good read from Christmas on that ball. Can Huey meet it in time? Not quite, but Huey wants that touch off the corner, gets one, and Ponzi is going to hit it in for 2-1. Beautiful play from El Matador to get themselves another lead in this one.
And it's been Ponzi's offensive show for EM in games 2 through 4. This has all been on his shoulders, and he comes up in a very clutch spot. 90 seconds left here. You feel this is a really big momentum change if EM can actually get this game.
And this is a message to EC Blue. If you... Oh, hold up a minute. Ponzi! Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, we see an own goal here. Just unfortunate positioning from Ponzi. And yeah, he scored on one end and he scored on the other end. So 2-2, that's got to be a backbreaker for any sort of morale. And yeah, EC Blue, that's one thing that they've done a really good job is when they concede, they find a way to bounce back, and that was tremendous play from EC Blue.
That's crazy. You're talking about breaking backs and bouncing back. That's crazy.
Hey, you're the only one talking about bouncing on some backs or whatever, bro. That's you.
Nah, bro, you're the expert in back bouncing.
Okay, buddy.
So you did it during Worlds every single day. I don't want to hear it. Speaking
Chat
of
again,
Worlds,
I do apologize.
Kiwi, right here, hitting it into the vast world in the middle of the field where nobody is inhabiting any of that space, which allows Ponzi to hit the ball down for his teammate, but unfortunately Christmas is going to beat him to it. Shot just, or I should say the challenge brings the ball just wide of the net, but Husky's able to time that beautifully to slow Kiwi down and make him use all of his boosts in order to try to do anything.
Yeah, and again, another counterattack here from EC Blue, and man, they barely just got away with that, El Matador. EC Blue was just so threatening on that counterattack, and we've got 20 seconds left. If it's going to be a goal, it's got to be now, or we are going to that dreaded OT. Yeah, and here goes Christmas. He has a chance here. He has decent boost, misses the ball. 5 seconds left. Kiwi with no boost, unfortunately. Kiwi, this is going to be OT, folks. Our first
Are we
OT
sure about
or
that?
no?
Are we sure? Yes, we are.
And here we go, OT.
Never had a doubt in my mind.
Game 4 OT. Winner.
Oh.
Point, sorry, for EC Blue. And oh my god, they almost got a kickoff goal. That would have been a backbreaker for EM there. But yeah, let's see how the OT goes.
Again, bro, with the backbreakers, you are wiling out right now.
Dude, this guy cannot.
No Nick Cannon.
This guy is absolutely horned out, bro.
Wailing out Christmas with the challenge, the brain dead challenge, and it works. Christmas absolutely asserting his authority, dominating that challenge, and hitting that ball into the net for an EC Blue victory.
Yeah, again, that's just one of those plays where if you aren't making that challenge, you never know what the result can be. And again, a great 50 finds its way in the back of the net. That's Rocket League. That happens. And again, massive result for EC Blue here. Really starting to pile up some momentum heading into this back portion of the season. And maybe EC Blue is one of these teams that says, why not us? Why can't we be in the playoffs? We're beating El Matador. Granted, all the situations around the game, you know, this is a great result for EC Blue, and really, we should really highlight this is a massive result for them. And to be honest, this is the best that they've played in SGL. And yeah, Huskies was tremendous. Really the MVP of that series for me.
Yeah, we can definitely say it is deserved from EC Blue. You know, what a series from them. Can we talk about Huskies? Can we talk about Christmas? Talk about Funk? All of these dudes putting in their part to get... Sorry, I couldn't even take myself seriously after that one. Now, all of these dudes doing their part in order to get their team over that line and closer to that line, ultimately.
Yeah, and if we can go ahead and maybe pull up the standings here, once we have those standings finalized, because again, this is going to be a massive result in terms of the standings. EM had the potential to control their own destiny for the number 1 seed in the playoffs. That is no longer in their hands. They also, I think if I remember correctly, they are now not in control of even finishing top 3. And so those standings are, oh, and we have them ready. If we can go and throw those up on the stream for you guys. And what stands out to you here, Pala, so far looking at these standings following the match?
EM in 4th. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. No, I'm kidding. No, jokes aside, I mean, yeah, that's massive for the rest of the season, because again, it was like you said, EM was in control of their own destiny if they can get a win right there for the rest of the season. But now things are looking a little bit more precarious, not necessarily in terms of whether they'll make the playoffs or not. They will still comfortably make the playoffs, but things are just going to be a little bit more difficult when they do get to that point, because Luis, can you explain how the playoff format works to everybody while we wait for this interview?
Yeah, correct. So the playoffs, again, are that top 6. You do see it highlighted in that blue on your left side of the standings. And I believe the first 2 seeds, and I don't believe, I know, the first 2 seeds do get a first round bye. So you'll have 3 play 6, 4 play 5, and then go into those 1 and 2 seeds. So again, finishing top 2 is very important if you do want to have that first round bye. And so a game like tonight, for example, it has massive implications in terms of those standings. And so, yeah. Again, I just want to highlight EC Blue. They're right back in the playoff picture. They're tied on points with the defending champions in 6th place. So EC Blue, a team that most people had out of the playoffs, they're right there within a chance of competing in the playoffs.
Yeah, and a team that kind of shocks me right there where they are is ECRC, but Instead of talking about, ECRC, we are going to talk with EC Blue, the men of the moment. Funk is ready, and he has joined us for an interview. Funk, how you doing right now?
Doing pretty good. How you guys?
I'm doing very, very good. First off, I just want to say congratulations on that win. Well played to you guys.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, felt good at the end there, so for sure.
Absolutely. One thing I do want to ask you, what were you guys thinking at the end of game one?
um, I gotta be honest. Our comms sucked in game one. I think that was the big thing going into game two and just trying to keep it going through the remaining games. Yeah, I think we really tried to focus on that, and I really think that kind of upped our game a little bit. I mean, obviously we're making some mistakes on the field too, like just finger slips and stuff happen. But yeah, our comms were abysmal, and they just El Matador handed it to us that first game. So props to them. But yeah, we definitely focused on hey, comms got to be better, and they were, and yeah, definitely helped out.
Yeah, Funk, congratulations on the series win. My question, you guys are like within a playoff spot now. I think you guys are tied on points with the 6th place team in playoffs, and I think a couple of weeks ago you would have really never thought that EC Blue would be in a position to be in the playoff discussion. Kind of talk to me. You guys won last week. You have a massive win just now. You guys are right back in the playoff picture. How's that feel for the team?
It feels pretty good. Yeah, I don't think we've been like pressuring ourselves with possible playoff positions. I think we're just kind of going in each match and playing it out. But it's nice to have something to work towards too. So yeah, it's a good bonus. I think overall we still, we don't put too much pressure on ourselves, so I think that helps. But it's fun. I think we still do want to make the playoffs. It's just yeah, if it happens, it happens. We'll try and keep at it.
That's a very good attitude to have. Just take it one game at a time. One thing that I couldn't stop thinking about during that series was just, man, you guys, like, the difference between game one and the rest of the games was one word just kept standing out to me: confidence. How were you guys feeling after you got that win in game two? What was, I guess, the conversation like in contrast to how it was after game one?
Yeah, like I said, I think it was kind of the antithesis where we were like, the comms are working now. We're like, we gotta keep this up. Do the same thing basically. If it's working, don't you don't need to fix it. So yeah, I was just reinforcing that. But yeah, it definitely felt like we were clicking. I think our rotations were a lot crisper, so we were getting more consistent pressure on the ball. And even if we weren't because I think there was a period of a couple of minutes. I don't think there was any scores, but I felt like we maintained pretty good control. And then scoring the goal just kind of sealed it after that. So yeah, like I said, it was just kind of the opposite where I think we kind of found the groove and we're like, yep, let's just keep doing it, and worked out.
Smashley tells me to ask you about the Sounders Timbers this Saturday. What's going on? Y'all playing Seattle this weekend?
Yeah, so
You mean Portland?
Or Portland, sorry. Yeah, my fault.
Seal.
Yeah. So Derby match, Cascadia Cup is on the line. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. I think they're opening up a lot more at the stadium. And then for if anybody's in Seattle or PNW, who's associated with the SGL, or there's a few Discord servers around with I think a lot of people that play, there's going to be a tailgate too with a lot of people that are in the server so contact us on the servers if you haven't already, or you're a person around here or coming to the game, and you can come and hang out with us. We'll be around before the game, and it should be a blast. So yeah.
Absolutely. Is there anything else that you would like to shout out?
No, just you guys. Thanks for doing what you do on these games. We all appreciate it. So that's my shout out today.
Much love. We appreciate you.
Hell yeah, man. Well, I appreciate you joining us for the interview, Funk, and yeah, congrats on the series win.
Yeah, thank you. Cheers, guys.
Just
Alrighty.
as a reminder, Funk was talking about, if you are in the PNW and you would like to meet up with the Seattle guys to watch this game this weekend, hit them up. They're always here. They're always ready. If you live in the PNW, aka Drift Woods, Luis just so happens to also be up there this weekend, and he just so happens to love drifting on that wood. So hit him up as well, for all your wood needs, because Luis loves it.
Anyways, chat, this guy's waffling. Okay, I gotta be honest, chat. Rate that joke on a scale of 1 to 10 in chat. I need that right now. What is
10.
that? I need that right now
59.
in chat. Before we
It's a
continue,
57.
rate that on a scale of 1 to 10.
That joke is however many points UTEP is putting up on FIU right now, and that is 27.
Okay.
With 11:29 left in the fourth, we're up 27-21. Might be about to get our first win of the season, unless I jinx it, which I might have done that. But I believe we do have a second interview right now.
Let's go ahead and bring in
with
somebody who just
Jonesy.
played the game, not some college football. No one cares, okay? No one cares. Sorry, buddy.
I care.
All right, anyways, I think
Deal.
Ponesy is going to be joining us from El Matador. If we can go ahead and drag him in here. And there he is, Pones. Yo, speak to me, Pones. Obviously, a pretty disappointing result for EM. Yeah, kind of just...
Didn't even let the man say hi.
I know, what? Dang.
Fucking gripping him.
Yeah, yo, my fault, chat. My fault.
Chat, type 1 in chat if you think Luis is heartless and ruthless.
And type 2 if I should disconnect David from the entire server for the history of SGL, for all of the stuff that he posts in Discord, okay?
You guys would miss me. You guys would miss me within 5 seconds, I guarantee it.
Damn, there's some 2s in there, bro. Even from your teammate, there's some 2s.
No, but Arglass is a tier 1 D1 UTEP football level hater.
Anyways, Pones, welcome, bro. Yeah, just kind of speak to me about the series from your perspective and yeah, how it went.
I mean, obviously at the beginning we got a little bit clicking. Then there was a substitute. That game was close, and then after that, it was just more of, some missed rotations, some missed opportunities, and then little hiccups on defense, which really gave it away.
Yeah, so just speak to me about the substitutions. I know, like, in SGL, we do see, like, subs happen from time to time in series, and so you think that, like, affected the way that the rest of the series went, or just a matter of, like, just some, like, misplays from EM, and the subs didn't really matter?
No, I don't really think the subs really mattered. I think it's just about clicking. I mean, at a certain point and certain rank, you just got to be able to click no matter what, right? We all play solo queue and stuff like that, so you got to be able to click with whatever teammates you have anyways. So I think it's just a matter of us getting more reps in. I know that, for example, myself, Huey, and Kiwi all have been, out of the game for a while, so we're coming back.
Absolutely. How does it feel? I mean, I know some of you guys played on stream last week, but as a team, how did it feel to play your first full series on the stream?
I mean, it was definitely fun. We look forward to playing some more. Obviously, we want to get the people in the rotation and have some fun in the league.
Absolutely. And what are you guys, I guess, going to take from this experience? Every single game, whether it's a win or a loss, is a learning experience. So I guess what are you guys going to take from this, and how are you going to, use that to move forward for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I mean, one, we got to focus on our communication. I think that's what's lacking, and we're working on that already. Obviously with the substitutions that we have, we've got to be able to communicate with each other, and communication really hurts on defense mostly, which is where it shows. Offense, we were obviously getting our plays and we were there, but yeah, just being able to rotate and take the balls and be consistent.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah,
I think that's a great lesson. And one thing I would like to shout you specifically out for is you, every time it seemed like you were in the air, like near the ball, it just seemed like you were unchallenged. Like, you have like incredible, like, what's the word that I'm looking for? Your aerial prowess is awesome, and I would love to see that used more and more often in you guys' favor, because, like, again, I think with Luis and Caesar, especially you combining with these guys, I think that could be a very, very deadly team. So I'm very excited to see how you and the rest of the guys improve the rest of the season.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it. I mean, all my teammates are great, stemming from, Louise and all those that didn't play, and then the ones that did play. I think it's just about once we get meshing, I think we'll do pretty well.
Well, awesome, man, and I appreciate you joining us. I guess I'll give the stage to you. Is there anything that you want to shout out to the chat or people watching?
I think just look forward to playoffs. We'll be getting there. Don't worry.
Absolutely. Love to hear that. Thank you so much, Ponzi, for coming in.
Yep. Thanks, everybody.
Everybody in chat, show your love to Ponzi, aka Al Capone. Yeah, much love.
Wait, can you explain why is his name Al Capone now?
Oh, just because the word pone.
Okay, buddy. All right. Anyways, thank you, Ponzi, for joining us. I appreciate you. And I do want to, if we can, Maz, if we can go ahead and is there any chance we can bring up player stats? I think we failed to do that before the game. I always want to highlight those player stats just so we have those for everybody to enjoy. Give you 2 minutes sounds good, then we will waffle for 2 minutes.
Yeah, I don't even think I'm on the leaderboard anymore. So, GG's. The league is shocked. Everybody, we can take it home now. I'll be very, very shocked if Shorts is not at the very least in second place on the leaderboard in assists after last night, because wow. No, not last night. Sorry, Monday. He has to be on there. That's my prediction. Luis, yeah, I believe, should be on there in terms of at least points per game. If not, then he stinks, and he should never play in this league again, specifically against Los Verdes. He should allow the rest of his team to do his bidding for him. And then Caesar, I'm not expecting Caesar on there at all because Caesar is the worst player in SGL. So yeah.
Yeah, I think I think one of the things that's just so cool about SGL is it feels like this season in particular that everybody can beat everybody. The parity is just the best we've ever had. Because there were seasons in the past, and everybody who's been around for a long time can tell you that, like, man, there was just some game weeks where, like, it was just blowout after blowout after blowout. So games like tonight, games that we've been seeing throughout the season, just kind of remind you that SGL, the parity is growing. And so I really enjoy that, and it makes the league more fun for everybody, viewer, commentator, player, like, so yeah.
It's crazy, especially when we have players like, Caesar, the 1677 MMR hero, and what I mean by that is the 16.77 MMR hero. It's great to, get that equality. We can have players from literally all ranks. We got, GCs all the way to 16 MMR. So it's very, very fun. I'm sorry, Caesar, I'm hating, but no, jokes aside, Caesar's a very good player, and I'm pretty sure he should still be first in points per game, right? Like I think that's gonna be a thing.
Yeah, speaking of those, I do think we have the stats ready, so we can go ahead and pull those up. And I believe these are the updated stats with this. Is it the updated stats? We can get a fact check on that if it is the updated stats with this game involved as of week 6. Okay, cool. Again, we didn't show these at the beginning of the stream. We usually show these stats before every stream, so I do apologize. And you are still number 1 in saves, Palace. So there you go.
Oh my God. Well, I'll be honest. I'm not about to be after next week because Los Verdes has the bye. So I will be taking a 1 week leave from the league, and I will be here. I'll just be existing and crying in my room as somebody gets more saves than me. You know who I'm very shocked to see on there is myself, because no, I'm kidding. No, I'm very, very shocked that I don't see Caesar anywhere on here. Oh wait, no, he's there in total points.
Yeah, he's top 5 in total points.
Yeah, rightfully so, because again, I'm doing tricks on it right now. My fault. Play. but just like not. I don't think I've ever seen. Wait, you're joking. Shorts is not on the assists list.
This is before this week, so we don't have the update.
This is okay. Never mind. So disregard what I just said.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to highlight again. I think there are some. We spoke about it in the last stream, but I think Meki Duck, he's been great. I always want to highlight him because he's just been so good this season. So here are the stats before this week. We'll have those updated stats for next week. Again on next week's streams. But yeah, I just wanted to highlight this because we failed to show it at the beginning of the stream. So if we can move on over to this week's remaining fixtures, and then we'll wrap it up after that. Really appreciate all y'all still being here 10-15 minutes after the game. So we'll go ahead and look at these games. And again, like we said, that Black Army ECRC game, tremendous fixture with two of the one-loss teams going at it. And then like Palace has been saying, the battle of the accountants, the battles of the borings are happening with Steel Army versus Timbers Army. So we still have two remaining tremendous fixtures for you guys. So be on the lookout for that. And again, obviously check the Discord, check the Twitter. Once we have those streams lined up, if it will be streamed, we will be posting on both of those platforms. So yeah, is there anything else you want to highlight, Palace, before we head off?
I would like to highlight the fact that are we really going to trust Luis to wrap us up? Because this man does not know a damn thing about wrapping up. So, no, jokes aside, I think that we are, we're getting to, I mean, the whole season has been the fun part, but we're getting to the really fun part. We're getting to crunch time, ladies and gentlemen. So each team has 3 games left, potentially 4, depending on how early you had that bye. So, this is going to be very, very fun. And I'm incredibly excited to see how all of this plays out. But yeah, I think that is going to do it for us here at the SGL stream. And I just want to say thank you guys so much in chat for, being here, for interacting, for coming out. You guys are better at coming out than Luis is. And so it's crazy. It's been a long time since I've seen this good of a turnout in chat. So huge shout out to all y'all.
Yeah,
shout out to Seattle.
Chat was bumping, bro. Chat was bumping today. That was awesome.
Seattle always brings a huge contingent, and so does EM. Both of these teams always bring a bunch of people. So huge shouts to y'all. And yeah, I just can't wait to see how the rest of the season plays out. But that is going to do it for us here on the stream today. Everybody, before we go, give a shout out to Maz, because he's been running the stream. This dude is a maniac. It's midnight, and so he's still here. Yeah, that is going to do it for us here. My name has been Palace. His name is still Luis, and the other guy's name is still Maz. So thank you guys, and everybody have a great night.
Bye, y'all.
Adios.
Not yins.
Not yins.